Neither Warwickshire nor Lancashire could grab the initiative on the second day of their LV County Championship match at Edgbaston, meaning that there is still all to play for in the second half of this contest. This was a day purely for the cricketing connoisseur. Lancashire had to work really hard to get to 188 for 6 from the 82 overs which were delivered on day one, but Glenn Chappell and Tom Smith were able to keep their partnership for the 7th wicket going for an hour on the second morning to help earn their side a couple of batting bonus points they have hitherto struggled to produce so far this summer. Indeed, in the opening 10 overs of the day, they were able to add 46 runs to their tally, mostly with shots off the middle of their bats, as the run rate was lifted after the slow progress on the previous day on a slow pitch. Overall, their partnership put on 59 runs. Chappell had contributed 33 of those when he edged Chris Wright behind at the start of the 93rd over. It gave the bowler his third success of the innings. Boyd Rankin then grabbed his first when Kyle Hogg nicked to Jitan Patel, who quickly got his hands in the right position to complete the dismissal at third slip. That left Lancashire on 241 for 8, but they did pass 250, with Smith now being joined by Kabir Ali. Smith smashed a 50 off 22 balls in a T20 game last week to show he can play the game in many different ways, while Ali played some neat shots to help carry the total up to 270. Smith had moved past 400 championship runs in this innings to become the county's leading run scorer this year, and he also secured his 5th half-century of what has been a very consistent summer for the left-hander. He also has bagged 2 fifers with the ball and taken 22 wickets overall. Rather than 22 deliveries, this 50 occupied 153, with 7 fours included. He was furious with himself when he was out to the next ball he faced, cutting a ball from Rankin back onto his stumps, but he had again done well for his team, surviving for more than 3.5 hours. On 25, Ali then went after Patel, who finished with figures of 4 for 64 from 32.5 overs, as Lancashire were dismissed for 286. Scoring runs at any kind of pace have been rather difficult on this pitch, and that continued when Warwickshire came out to bat to lose their captain Varun Chopra in the 8th over of their reply, as he edged a drive off Ali to Andrea Agathangalu. Only 31 runs had come off the first 23 overs, and then Chappell trapped Atiq Javan in front as he went for 7, which used up more than an hour of the day. Only 47 runs were made in an uninterrupted 33-over session, with this being a very rare boundary. Only 7 of those were struck in the first 50 overs of the innings. It was a war of attrition for the most part, with neither side prepared to give anything away. Paul Horton clung on to a chance offered by Luke Evans, who was out to Hogg, having made 20. After 41 overs, Warwickshire had moved slowly on to 62 for 4. Only the spinners Simon Carrigan and Stephen Croft went for more than 2 runs per over during the day, although there was a return to almost a normal type of rate when Sam Hain came in to join Will Porterfield, a man whose confidence has clearly grown since he scored 100 last time out against Somerset. His was the innings which stood out on this particular day, as he added 51 runs for the 4th wicket with his young partner in 25 overs. That took the total to 113 after 66 overall. Hain had made 22 when he gave Smith his 23rd wicket of the summer with an LBW. This was clearly not a pitch where batting was especially easy. Porterfield at least became the 3rd man in the match to register a half-century. His had occupied 177 deliveries and had contained just the 4 boundaries. That stat in itself proves how difficult it was to score freely on this surface against a very well-disciplined Lancashire attack, which should be proud of its efforts. Porterfield saw out the day in partnership with Tim Ambrose, who hit just the 11th boundary in the 71 overs of the innings. He will go into the 3rd day on 12, while Porterfield, who's been at the crease for 4.5 hours, will start again on 51. They've seen their side to a total of 130 for 4, which leaves Warwickshire 156 runs adrift at the halfway stage of this battle.